I'm going to be blunt because you and I are not getting any younger. You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed by society, brainwashed by the mass media, brainwashed, quite frankly, even by your friends and peers. How? You've been brainwashed to think that you don't have a shot at getting a hot, beautiful younger woman. Brainwashed to think that luscious, erotic, spontaneous, adventurous, fun-loving young women actually prefer 25-year-old, what they call boy men, rather than a man who knows more about life like yourself. But you want to know the tragic part? The tragic part, at some level, is that you've brought into it. At some level, you actually believe it, just like I once did. Well, I want you to listen to this video closely today, because I'm going to shake things up a bit and open whole new doors of pleasure and opportunity for you. I'm going to make it so that by the end of this video, you're going to be able to confidently attract, approach, and date any woman you want, especially younger women. I'll show you exactly what sexy, adventurous young women today are looking for in men like us, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do and say to trigger irresistible desire in the first 5 seconds. Equally important, I'll show you how to avoid the attraction-killing mistakes that even turn the best-intentioned but unprepared man like you into the dreaded, instantly rejected, creepy old guy. Because make no mistake, younger women want you. But they want you in a very specific way, which I'm going to show you now. My name is Adam, and I'm the author of the world's leading and most trusted dating and relationship newsletter for men. I'm also a writer for the Huffington Post, the #1 dating guru on David D'Angelo's famous underground monthly Interview with Dating Guru series. You may have seen me on ABC's How to Get the Guy, I Was the Guy, or on news shows around the country. But more important for you, I have spent the last 11 years extracting every secret you need to become wildly successful at meeting and inspiring younger women into your life. And if you're anything like the majority of guys over 35, you're probably thinking, when it comes to dating beautiful 20 or 30-year-old women, you probably feel out of your comfort zone, thinking that those kind of women are way out of your league. And you may have lost hope that you'll ever get to show off some sexy young thing as you walk into the room together, making other men seethe with envy and wonder what your secret is. Well, you need to listen up because the secret's coming. What I'm about to tell you is definitely controversial, and it even may make you feel uncomfortable for a few minutes. But the reality is, when it comes to competing with guys in their 20s for the bodies and minds of girls in their 20s, you, as a man over 35, have a huge unfair advantage. Once you know what I know, with younger guys, there'll be no contest. Because the truth is that younger women are silently crying out for a more experienced man to fulfill their fantasies, make them feel all grown up, lead them, teach them, not act like an adolescent, and open up the world to them and treat them with a very specific kind of respect, which I'm going to show you here. They are sick of what they call man boys. They know that guys their age are either too immature or too wrapped up in themselves and their young, confused egos to know how to really care for or pay attention to a woman. And by the end of this video, you will be shocked as well as relieved at how easily and quickly you will have new opportunities with women 10, 20, even 30 years your junior as they're knocking at your door. And when you do what I show you, you'll watch and enjoy yourself like never before, as within minutes of meeting, they will look up to you, hang on your every word, and make it their priority in life to please you. Even become infatuated with you, so proud to be with a man who has even just a little more experience than them. Better still, when you do what I show you, they'll be grateful just to be around you. And you'll make them feel not just good, not just wanted and turned on, but adored. Plus, today, I'm going to give you one of my closely guarded secrets. In a few minutes, you'll find out exactly what to say if she or her friend drops that inevitable bombshell. Aren't you a little old for me? When I show you how to reply and how it instantly turns the tables of power in your favor, you'll be grinning from ear to ear. But before we get to that, let me share with you how I went from thinking dating younger women was almost a crime to being called hef by a bunch of leading dating bloggers simply because whenever they'd see me, I'd have another gorgeous, smiling, smart, young beauty on my arm, and they can always see that we were really connected. It wasn't always like this, believe me. In fact, it was just the opposite, and it all started with pretty much the worst day of my life. I found out that my wife of 17 years tried to cheat on me with my best friend while I was on a business trip. He rejected her to his credit, but I filed for divorce. The marriage was over. I was 39, I had 2 kids, and breaking up my family sent devastating shockwaves into every corner of my life and my mind. You imagine spending the rest of your life with someone and then in an instant it's destroyed and there's no going back. You wake up to breakfast alone. You're taking your kids out to dinner and feeling like a loser because as you eat, you look at those other tables with those complete, intact families, and you're sleeping alone. This wasn't how I planned for things to turn out in my life. Slowly, painfully, despair set in. I began to feel not just lonely, but isolated. And you know how people can see it on you that you're feeling left out of the connection and fun other people are having with their girlfriends or wives? You feel kind of worthless without a woman. You have a house or apartment, but you don't have a home. And my friends would say things like, hey, you'll get through it, buddy. Just got to ride it out. Think of the freedom you have now and those things. But I didn't feel free. I felt undateable. I felt undesirable. And I felt like a failure in life. Well, a few months later, I started trying dating again, but who would really want me, I thought. Well, it turns out the divorced moms of my kids' friends did. I was new meat on the market. So we'd go to a movie or have dinner or stay home and watch TV and we'd talk, usually about the kids or their school or what went wrong. They were very nice women. We went to bed sometimes, but honestly, something was missing. The spark just wasn't there. With women my own age, it just felt like more of the same. The truth is, dating women my own age, whose lives are already crazy busy with work and often kids, well, there was something depressing and stressful about it. I liked them as people, so I thought maybe something was wrong with me. So I began to think maybe I just needed more time alone. Maybe I wasn't ready to be with a woman. I didn't understand what was wrong. What I didn't know is that it was just the wrong kind of woman. Well, here's what happened. A good friend of mine, watching me spiral down, took pity on me. He called me up one evening while I was watching the game, alone, of course, and he said, hey man, look, there's someone I want you to meet. Now I assumed it was a blind date with another mom with the same minivan and padded thighs and sad old story, and I just wasn't in the mood. I knew my friend was trying to help, but I'd had enough. Except it turns out this was not a blind date. This was a date with destiny. Instead, my friend took me out for a beer with a guy who's about my age who'd become pretty notorious in our area. I'd heard women talk about him. His name was William. And like me, he was in his 40s and single. But unlike me, he was also having the time of his life dating women 10 or 20 years younger than him. I'd seen him whizzing by with beautiful women in his car, and they always seemed to be laughing, these younger women, having the time of their lives. Some of these girls looked like they could be college students or graduate students. What were they all so happy about with him? Well, I have to admit, at the time, the idea of dating a graduate student or college student 20 years younger than me, it felt wrong somehow. Well, that's how we've all been brainwashed, right? And besides, I thought, wrongly, why would any hot, young 20-something ever want to date me? I'm not tall, I'm losing my hair, and I was dead broke after the divorce. But get this. William wasn't that different from me, but he had so many dates. He had a database on his desktop created just to keep track of them all. This I had to see, and this guy I had to meet. And honestly, I expected him to be some slick, manipulative creep who dangled bags of candy over playground fences, but nothing could have been further from the truth. That was just one more brainwashing coming out of my head. It's probably coming out of yours. Well, what he told me woke me up and changed my life. Adam, he said, you need to understand something. We have so much to offer younger women. Having someone treat them with a little respect, someone to drive them to a restaurant can be a big deal to them. All they want is someone with a little class, not some over-eager young kid with his head up his butt, but a man, a real man, to take interest in them. Teach them something new, introduce them to new experiences, make them feel appreciated and grown up and accepted by someone older than them. Well, that sort of made sense to me, but I still wasn't convinced. William told me how he has multiple younger girlfriends, how they put a spring in his step that had disappeared before, how they lit up his life, how they're full of happy energy and optimism, always up for new adventures and exploring the edges. Well, he certainly seemed happy. His energy was like a far younger man when he talked about what it felt like having these young women in his life. And you know the best part? He asked, leaning over the table. Almost every day, these girls tell me how much better I make their lives. They feel grateful, appreciated, adored. I'm 20 years older than them, he said, but they can't get enough of me. And all I do is a few simple things. And you can do them too, he urged me, but only if you want to be worshipped by beautiful younger women. Well, did I? He was blowing my mind. He said, the thing that most guys our age don't realize is that even if we don't have a lot of dough or we're not super fit, we have exactly the hidden assets that make younger women feel wanted. When I show you what never to do and then what to say and do, you'll see that younger women will love things about you that you already are. You just have to learn how to say it right to them or they'll run in the other direction. You want to peek inside? Of course I did. I told him I did. I kind of half thought it was a fantasy, but apparently this fantasy could become real. He was living it. I wasn't sure yet, but hell, what was I going to do? Date Betty White the rest of my life? So I signed up for the specialty online dating sites William recommended, where younger women look for guys who are a little older than them, put together a profile. I was careful not to appear like some desperate middle-aged dude looking for a good time. I used the profile to emphasize my experience, my wisdom, and how I genuinely love younger women who are smart and ambitious. In fact, if you want, I will show you that exact profile at the end of this video. For now, all you need to know is this. That one-page profile attracted more than 2,500 emails from women in less than 5 months. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing to me. Me, divorced guy, bald spot guy, broke guy, 5'9" and extra pounds guy. And it only took one of those women to make me realize why dating younger women can be such an exhilarating experience for both you and for her. In fact, when you take the simple steps I show you, you'll realize why, without trying to sound arrogant, you're actually doing these young women a huge favor by dating them. Let me give you an example. My first date was with Tasha. She was 21 and from Eastern Europe. An amazing self-starter. I really admired her a lot. I took her out to a restaurant. Nothing too fancy. We enjoyed a 3-course meal, some decent wine, and conversation. I was fascinated by her story about arriving from Eastern Europe with parents who could never quite figure out the United States. And then, halfway through the dinner, she suddenly burst into tears. I was shocked. All these thoughts flashed through my mind. What did I do? Were these tears my fault? Did I do something wrong? So I asked her why she's crying. And I'll never forget what she said. She said, "It's okay. It's just nobody has ever taken me out for a 3-course meal before. Nobody has ever been interested like this in me before. No one ever listened to me before." I was stunned. I must have looked like an idiot with my mouth wide open in surprise. She said young guys were way too overeager, way too pushy, way too hyped up to seal the deal. They were young, impetuous, impatient, and she was tired of them. And that's when it hit me. William was absolutely right. If you're a guy in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, or beyond, and you're excited at the thought of dating younger women but feel you're over the hill in some way, out of the game or past your best, you are about to start living your fantasy life. Listen to some of the women who have thanked me for training men of experience to attract and date younger women the right way. 26-year-old Melissa emailed to say, "Older men are like a breath of fresh air. Most of the men my age, 26, are not comfortable in their skin yet. They're still figuring themselves out. I've tried that, but I was looking to be with someone that's a little more mature, independent, and confident. I found him, thanks to you." And Jennifer, who's 27, agreed. She said, "I like to date men who are in their late 30s, early 40s, but only the ones who don't act like creepers and know what they are doing. There are fewer headaches, and they're just more open to communicating," here's the point, "because they are not worried about looking cool and being macho. They know who they are, or at least closer to getting there than men my own age." And it's not just the girls in their 20s, by the way, who think this way. But Linda's 35. She wrote to me and said, "I've dated younger men and I've dated older men, and I definitely prefer dating older men. They're just better. Men who are younger or my age don't really interest me. I find it easier to connect to older men." Alexandria, a 26-year-old model and extreme athlete who I've dated, told me one day in the car, we were driving, and she said, "Girls like me and my friends, we love older dudes, and it's simple. They don't act all pissy or like babies. And believe me, we can tell in the first 10 seconds if we're going to hook up with an older guy. I mean, we're willing. But too many older guys blow it in the first 10 seconds. They ruin it for themselves by talking to us wrong, saying the wrong thing, and it's their loss." Listen, younger women want you if you play it right. And it's always been this way. I mean, think back to your school days. Did you ever notice how the really hot girls were always dating older guys? The girls in junior high figured out pretty early they should be dating the guys in high school. Then you get to high school, and the really sexy girls are dating guys in college. And in college, the great-looking girls are arm in arm with bankers and investors starting their career. Kind of unfair, isn't it? Well, now at your age, it's unfair in your favor, but only if you do this right, because now you get to be the guy making other men green with envy. So here's the deal. The kind of women you could not get in your 20s finally are available to you. And maybe you've been married a long time and you're dating again. Maybe you've been dating your age, but fantasizing about being with younger women. Maybe you've never allowed yourself to believe younger women would find you attractive. Or maybe you've just never had the cojones or skills to date younger women. Well, let me tell you, that all changes starting right now. If you want to feel alive again, if you want to experience the rejuvenating power of sexy young women in their 20s or 30s on your arm, I've created a very detailed program especially for you. A clean, step-by-step system that makes you incredibly attractive to younger women overnight. And it's all grounded in my real-world experiments, the success of my private coaching clients, as well as my inner circle of men who had just had it settling for dating women they just weren't attracted to. And by the way, it's also grounded in the latest research on the science of attraction, sexuality, and the primal triggers of female desire. Because simply by living the life you've lived, the experience you've gained, especially over the last couple of years, you have a huge advantage, one that makes you irresistibly attractive to younger women. As you'll see, the way girls tell it, it's the little things that turn them on, things you may already do or can do with a quick flip of the switch. How you enter a room versus how young men do it. The way you handle disappointment or unexpected change versus how young men do it. The way you take control of a situation versus how young men don't. The little things. You don't need money or a fancy car, and you can quickly embody the qualities that beautiful, happy, eager young women want. You just didn't know how to show them before, how to leverage these qualities, how to communicate them until now. Now make no mistake, you and I have put in our time. You've worked hard. You've earned the right to walk into a restaurant with a gorgeous satin-skinned young beauty on your arm, head held high. You've earned the right to feel good about yourself, proud of yourself. Younger women will make you feel even more optimistic, energetic, and fun-loving. You've earned the right to have what you want, say what you want, and to live the way you want. You've worked hard, and young or old, male or female, nobody has the right to take that away from you, and no one can tell you what you can have or not have, enjoy or not enjoy. And now it's reward time, which is why I'm so happy to share with you something I've only ever shared with my inner circle. And I call it very simply the Dating Younger Woman program. Dating Younger Women is a program like no other in the world. It's your keys to the kingdom. It's designed specifically for you, a man committed to living life the way he wants, and not how society dictates to him what he's allowed. The man ready to enjoy everything that younger women have to offer. Page by page, you're going to toss the worthless old out the window and hone these tested, proven skills to quickly transform you into exactly the kind of man young beauties are proud to pursue and show off to their friends. A man who has zero of that dreaded creepy vibe. The guy who says the wrong thing, wears the wrong thing, does the wrong thing, just at that crucial moment where an evening can go to the bedroom or you can go home alone empty-handed. You will be a man who with little effort naturally attracts, online and offline, bouncy, happy, playful, smiling young beauties into your life. And when you apply these specific primal triggers, templates, conversation guides, absolute must-not-dos, and the exact steps I show you, you'll attract and intrigue beautiful young women every day, effortlessly. Online and wherever you go in your daily life, you'll find yourself attracting stunning young women in restaurants, bars, shops, on the street. The world will suddenly be your playground. And this before I even show you how to turn online dating into a conveyor belt, delivering you one gorgeous young lover after another until you decide to pick one and stop, if you decide to stop. And I am not, by the way, talking about these common Match or OkCupid type sites, but the under-the-radar sites where younger women seek you out. I'll show you the essential difference between being magnetically youthful, which is good, which is a turn-on, and falsely and awkwardly young, which is an instant turn-off. Ed Hardy, anyone? I'll show you which clothes to wear to signal that you know what you're doing, and what language, these specific trigger words, to use to intrigue younger women to you. Your phone will fill up with numbers, and your nights with the kind of passion and abandon only young women can bring you. I spent years developing this program to help you attract, approach, and date specifically younger women, and to do it with dignity so that you stay in the power position at all times. Because look, other guys those girls see as creepers, driven crazy by young women's radiant, fresh beauty, come across as idiotically desperate, transparent, insincere, or worse, disgustingly sleazy. After you read this program, you will never make those mistakes again. You will never embarrass yourself again, and you will stand out from all those other guys as if you're an entirely different class of man, a different species. This course is designed for any man who wants to attract younger women so that everybody ends up happier. It has nothing to do with more money. It has nothing to do with looks, and it has nothing to do with your social status. We're probably alike, you and me. Totally uninspired by the crap pile of pickup and seduction programs out there, most of which seem like a little more than juvenile frat party antics. They don't work. And you're probably also sick of the mainstream, be a nice guy, make yourself a doormat, dating advice you see on TV and in popular books, usually written by women. You will find the opposite here, because this is the real world. This is how the world really works, and this is what actually turns younger women onto you. You will find every page of the Dating Younger Women program totally refreshing, classy, worthy of you, smart, and devastatingly effective. Let me give you a little taste right now. Remember I told you about the ultimate comeback to the dreaded line, "Aren't you a little old for me?" Well, first off, let me tell you, when women ask this, they don't necessarily think you're too old. They're just testing you to see if you're proud of the man you are, or if you're going to disappoint them and shrink right there in front of them and act less than, apologetic, or downright geriatric. They're curious to see if you've got balls worthy of your age. In this instance, when she age tests you, you simply drop this bomb, as my students have been taught to do, I've done many times, with astounding success. You say, "That's okay. You seem older than your years. I think you can keep me interested, at least for a little while." Yeah, it's kind of cocky, but it's a disarmingly effective way to instantly shift the power in your favor, which is the key to this entire program's effectiveness to you. Say it with confidence and watch them tilt their head and smile. Watch their reaction. The key words are, "I think you can keep me interested." You like that? It's just the start. From that moment, from this moment, from your first word and through every step of conversation I lead you through, sexual escalation and right into the bedroom, I will show you how to keep flipping the power into your court so she's consistently trying to win your approval rather than the other way around, which is death when it comes to attracting younger women. This is how it should be. Because if you give away your power like most men, you'll lose out forever. You'll go home to a cold bed, you'll sleep alone, you'll wake up alone. It's a miserable life. And you'll end up staring at every gorgeous young thing who passes by, wondering why you can't have what guys like my readers have. In the Dating Younger Woman program, you'll find out specifically what to say and do to an attractive young woman to spark her intrigue and hit it off immediately. You'll uncover the optimal mindset, values, and beliefs to attract high-quality, attractive young women. These are the intangible qualities most men will never realize. I'll also dissect for you the 4 types of women who sincerely want a romantic relationship with an older man and how you can attract each type with almost no effort. You'll discover how to make every woman you ever meet feel like the luckiest girl in the world to even be considered by you. You'll learn which sites to use to effortlessly establish and grow your social circle, giving you a sexy social aura and that conveyor belt of new women as often as you want. You'll learn how to rapidly import the most proven, attractive, inspirational, and seductive qualities of the established man and infuse them into every word you speak and every motion of your body so you don't mistakenly come off like, quote unquote, a suburban dad. Even if you are a suburban dad. You'll learn the #1 secret erotic desire young women want to fulfill with an older man. And I'll teach you subtle signs of the gold digger, warning you well in advance that your wallet is about to be raped so it never happens to you. You'll find out how to not sound embarrassingly out of touch with younger generation trends and values, no matter what your age, so that you come off as hip, informed, and smarter than them. If you do this wrong, by the way, you're sunk. And I'll show you an entirely different way of making love to your woman, one that will make her vibrate and glow and delight long after, until she finds her way back into your arms. You'll find out 7 simple ways to silently and seductively position yourself as a leader with her. Because being seen as a leader, even if it's her leader, even if it's in the smallest ways, is one of the sexiest qualities of a man to a young woman. And there's an entire section on how to refine your approach skills so you can apply them anywhere, bars, shops, restaurants, the gym, so that younger women, even the ones who never considered dating a man like you, a man with more experience than them, suddenly they're eager to step into a daring and naughty adventure with you. But really, all that's just scratching the surface. This isn't a low-level course filled with sneaky pickup tricks and transparent attempts to fool women into sleeping with you. Forget that. This is an introduction to an entirely new lifestyle that will make you proud. The Dating Younger Women program goes far beyond the simple tactics or methods that are in it, which are very useful. But more, it helps you start a new life, a whole new life shift into a new way of acting, thinking, feeling, moving, speaking, dressing that makes you not only irresistibly attractive to younger women, but alive, vital, and powerful in ways you have never felt before. I'll give you all the specific steps you need to succeed naturally and easily with younger women of all types, whether you prefer yoga girls, adventure girls, city girls dying for a guy who knows more than them, whatever your taste. But first, I want you to listen to the men just like you, who've already tried this program for themselves. Brian had this to say. Adam, I've had your material for about a week or 2. I haven't even finished reading through it all. Long story short, I spent last night with a girl 10 years younger than me. I'm 43. It was incredible. The best night of my life. How did I last so long in my marriage? Jake, who is a guy in tech from Silicon Valley, he emailed me to say, since the rewrites inspired by your book, which I made just a few days ago, I've sent only 3 emails, but have over a dozen women chasing me. And I'm now back and forth with an amazing woman, 2 master's degrees, speaks 4 languages fluently, and she's gorgeous. Dave M. sent this to me. Little note. He said, I hadn't dated for over 9 years. And since I've been divorced, I have bought and dabbled with some instructional programs. But yours stood out. I ordered your program and applied my own style to it. And yes, for the first time in my life, I'm having to turn down dates because honestly, I never thought my life would be like this. You should win the Nobel Prize. Oh, thank you, David. Matt in Manhattan got this one out of the course. He says, Adam, your work is absolutely dead on when it comes to learning how to attract women online and off. You have an ungodly and amazing way with wording, far beyond everyone else out there. You inspire guys to not only improve their dating life, but also our own personal lives from the ground up. Thank you, Matt. And my favorite letter I received from Daniel, who sent me this recently from Australia after his first ever threesome with 2 younger women. Adam, there isn't a drink big enough I can buy you to thank you. More than anyone else in my life, you've inspired me to take control of my life, not to just let things happen, but make them happen the way I want them to. It's not just experiencing my first threesome, and it will not be the last, that's a promise. Although it was definitely my personal highlight and still makes me feel like it's a story I've read from you rather than one of my own. It's the way your work showed me to come out of my shell and finally get what I want in my life rather than settling. I wanted beautiful young women. I came to you, I got them. What I didn't expect was that they would come 2 at a time. I love that letter. What a great guy, and what a great letter. And by the way, he is a pudgy 45-year-old guy without a strand of hair on his head. Like I said, it's not about looks. It's not about money. It's about how you approach younger women and doing each step right and not making the horrible mistakes other older guys make, the guys who end up alone. Every day, I get emails and phone calls from subscribers, students, clients who are putting my trainings into practice and experiencing life-changing results. And my private clients, I don't take many of them, the ones who pay me as much as $10,000 a session, they've learned just how priceless this information is. They come at me with their checkbooks open, begging me to pay thousands and thousands of dollars because they know the difference between another boring dinner with another tired, jaded soccer mom date and a wild adventure with a hot-bodied, ready-for-life young vixen. If you've been out of it for a while, then you have no idea how aggressive and free younger women are today. Hooking up on beaches at night, in the backs of restaurants, in the car, in fields, and of course in the privacy of your own bedrooms. Remember, younger women can be shockingly daring. They love fun. They love new experiences. And they love, as they always say, quote unquote, doing anything once. And that is a priceless prize for you. Literally, all your fantasies can come true one by one. It's like living on a different planet, a planet of eternal springtime with the freshness that only young women can bring into your life. This is the life worth having. This is the life worth living. Think about what having the new skill to effortlessly attract and spend nights with beautiful younger women would be worth to you. And I mean everywhere. Online, after work, the airport, a local bar or restaurant, behind the counter at the mall or a shop or on the street. When you do this right, the entire world changes. No one is going to argue with you that to utterly and completely change your entire life by filling your life with beautiful young women, no one's going to argue that $10,000 is a smart investment. It's an easy decision. Nobody's ever complained. A straight $5,000 would be a screaming bargain for an entirely new life of wild fun, excitement, and adventure that you're now going to have. But don't worry, you're not going to be paying anywhere near that amount. I'm going to get you all that information today for less than $500. And in fact, today, a lot less. As soon as you put the strategies inside the Dating Younger Women program to work for you, you'll immediately feel more confident around younger women, probably more confident than you've ever felt in your life. Do you even realize young women have been silently yearning for men like you? You are about to become the guy you wish you'd been years ago. That guy, surrounded by the most beautiful, happiest young women around. How do I know this? I know it because I've done it. And I've taken so many men through this short journey before. Men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, and even beyond. And when I show you what the young women out there are doing these days, man, your sex life can explode. I always say sex with a woman in her 40s, it's kind of like a Beethoven symphony. It's slow, heavy, rounded, and of course it can be quite beautiful. But with a woman in her 20s, it's jazz, man. It's hip-hop, electronica. It pulses, and it doesn't let up. It's vibrant, energetic, spontaneous. It's electrifying. You will not believe the things they will do to you and for you. For example, are they more open to what people call edgy sex play? Way more. Are they willing to hook up in cars and hallways, rooftops, outdoors? It's not even a question. And wait till I show you how easy it is to have them help you create the kind of threesome experiences you've probably always wanted. You will not believe that you used to settle for anything less. Younger women are like the fountain of youth for you. A second wind. You'll feel young again, full of hope and optimism. You'll wake up in the morning amazed that you are living the fantasy you thought only other men got to live. And the effects don't travel just one way, by the way. I'll show you how to make your younger woman feel treasured and cherished, special and valued. And when you see their smiling, admiring, grateful gaze reflecting back at you, your own self-worth will shoot through the roof. And you'll never fear rejection again. You'll never worry about being seen as some lonely old guy who can't get a date. Instead, you will be seen as the man every one of your married friends wish they were. The Dating Younger Women program is the only program to help you attract, date, and satisfy fit young women, and do it with class. Okay, so what's your investment? $500, right? Wrong. The Dating Younger Women program regularly sells for just $147 to my readers. Now, it's a steal at that price because of the crazy success our members have been having when they put these materials to work. But as you'll see in a second, I've made some dramatic turnkey improvements and additions to this program. You won't have to think. You'll only put to work what's already been proven by all my coaching students before you. And now, to get it out to you, to the public, in a big way, I'm making it available at a special price for a very, very limited time. But before I reveal that price, let me tell you about the new bonus I'm adding onto your package today. When you grab your copy of the Dating Younger Women program right now, you'll also get the Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating a Magnetic Online Profile, the kind of profile that has women writing to you first. Remember when I told you I received over 2,500 emails to my own profile? Want to see how I did it? Ask any women about online profiles, and she'll tell you 90% of men's online profiles just plain suck. They bore, they brag, they fail to inspire. Not only will yours now not suck, it'll quietly turn on every attraction trigger that sensual younger women have, attracting exactly the type of younger woman you want. Walk into any room with the most beautiful woman in the place, want all eyes turning your way? Done. I'll show you exactly how to lay the necessary elements into your profile and to your speech patterns that makes it irresistible for younger women not to write you and ask you to come into their world and make it better. I'll also reveal why it's the kiss of death to register with mainstream sites like Match.com. Instead, I will show you the little-known sites where beautiful young women flock to you with open arms. And to make it even easier for you, I'll send you my private collection of proven and tested online dating sample profiles. All you have to do is, with a few quick word changes, customize these profiles for yourself, cut and paste them onto the dating sites that I recommend, and then sit back and watch as your inbox fills up with messages from eager young women wanting to get to know you. The Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating an Irresistible Online Profile, and second, my collection of proven and tested online dating sample profiles are the perfect companions to the Dating Younger Women core program. Why? Because they give you proven, tested ways for lining up more hot dates with younger women than you'd ever dared imagine. These special reports alone are worth $197 by themselves. I mean, honestly, how much would you invest to know the surefire, success-certain secrets guys over 35 use to land beautiful dates online? It's a priceless gift to your life. So even at $147 in total, you can see why the Dating Younger Women program is such an amazing deal. But right now, I want you to think about what might happen if you don't grab this opportunity. What's going to happen if you continue down that lonely, regret-filled road you're already on, the road of could have been? You could do what I did and try to date women who make you feel, I don't know, sad, tired, and done. You could end up sitting over long, drawn-out dinners listening to endless hang-ups, regrets, tales of ex-husbands, and various physical problems. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? I've done it. Maybe you really do feel like your life is over, that your days of love and hot sex are long gone, and it's time to throw in the towel. Or maybe you really do want to just turn in and watch other men enjoy the laughter and beauty, youth, and daring, no-holds-barred sexiness of younger women. This is not what I want for you. I don't want you to fade away into the twilight of life. I want you to enjoy the next stage of your life the way you've dreamed of, and by the way, the way that you've earned. I've done it. My readers and students have done it. And now it's your turn. I want you to lead your dream life for the next few decades of your life. Whether you've been married or you've been single, this is the time to have what you've always wanted. Think about it. You've put in your hours. You've worked hard. Now it's time to reap your rewards. You deserve it. And I'm going to make this very, very easy for you to say yes. You're not going to have to pay $147. Guess what? You don't even have to pay $97. For a limited time, I am offering the complete Date Younger Women program for the low price you see beneath this video. And I'm doing it today because I've recently added some plug-and-play elements readers have requested. Now I'm on the lookout for some case studies. So I ask one thing of you. Download the course, read it, absorb it, put it into practice, and just sit back and see what happens. I think you'll be amazed. Then all I ask is you drop me a line with your success story, anonymously, of course. Tell me about the women you've met and how they now respond to you now that you know the inside fast pass to trigger their attraction and inner sensual animal. And tell me how you feel more powerful, more capable, and happier in your own words. Within a couple of weeks, you might be dating an intelligent grad student or a high-class ambitious account executive or a free-spirited artist. Whatever it is that you want and love, I want to hear about how things changed. And I'm about to help you change the story of your entire life. And I want you to hear the good parts. So grab the entire program for the now only doubly low price you see below today. And the best part is, you don't even need to make your final decision now. Just download the materials, use the techniques, feel and see the changes. And if you're not thrilled at how quickly you see how new, beautiful young women are adding to your life and how appreciative they are to be with you, when I show you exactly how to approach and engage and inspire them, just email me for a fast, no hassles refund if you don't think it's valuable. In fact, if you decide the Dating Younger Women program isn't for you for any reason, just drop me a line. You'll get your money back. No questions asked. I have spent years cataloging everything you need to know to date the younger women you maybe even secretly wanted to date. So I know you will be amazed and appreciative at how effective and easy these steps are for you to take with this program. So I want to make it easy for you to succeed and make sure there's absolutely no risk for you. I stand behind the system because I know it works. It's worked for thousands of men before you. It'll work for you. It'll work for tens of thousands of men after you as I roll this out to the public. But if for any reason you decide it's not for you, you got a full 60 days to let me know. I'll refund you that same day. No problem. I only want happy readers in my inner circle. We have fun together. That's how confident I Am the Materials will be your most thrilling wake-up call to how great life can now be for you. I'm confident that after you start going through this program, you'll be a new man. Young, almost unbelievably stunning young women will take notice of the new you and respond, just like it did for the men in my inner circle. Here are some letters from some of those guys. Hank from Mill Valley, California, emailed me to say, Adam, I have to tell you, I was skeptical at first. I didn't think a person could, quote, teach how to attract younger women, but today I stand before you in awe. I am 53 and I have a smoking hot 34-year-old girlfriend, thanks to you. Brian from New York wrote me, Adam, my friends made fun of me when I told them I invested in your program. They're not making fun of me anymore. Using your techniques, especially the online ones, I have met and now I'm dating an NYU law student. She's beautiful, smart, 23 years younger than me, loves the hell out of me, and ready for this? Bisexual and inclusive. Schwing. I owe you everything. You come to New York, brother, I'm taking you out to the restaurant of your choice, but not with her. She's mine. Like that guy. And Bob from Miami, he says he used to feel like a Frodo. Not anymore. Listen to this. Why would a beautiful young thing want to date a rickety old hobbit like me? At least that's what I used to think. After I downloaded your guidebook, I saw that I was talking myself into failure. You not only shifted my thinking, you motivated me to lose 15 pounds, throw out my old clothes, and be aggressive in meeting younger women, both online and locally in the bars. Though I am 47, I'm dating 2 girls, and if you add up their ages, they don't even add up to mine. You're the best. In fact, I'd say you're the modern man's best-kept secret. Keep it coming. Listen. This information is tested, it's proven, and it works. And by the way, if you hit the order button, before this video ends, I'm going to give you 2 more special reports. These are created especially for you, for the Dating Younger Women program and the inner circle around it. The first one, it's important. How to cut through small talk. How to get sexual without getting creepy. In this totally anti-BS guide, you'll discover the secret language my students and I use to quickly and effortlessly move from, casual small talk to more enticing, sexually charged conversation. Exactly the way younger women love it and find commanding. And then there's my special report, the 10 biggest mistakes men make with younger women. This, by the way, is worth the entire investment in this program. Let's face it, as guys who have lived a few more years than the women you'll now be dating, we need to play by a different set of rules. You read this guide so you don't make those huge, awful mistakes other older guys make with younger women, like talking about how hot and beautiful they are. Hint, you never mention that in the beginning, and I'll show you exactly what to say so they instantly know that you're not a loser geezer, but that you're a man of substance, someone they find strangely, intriguingly attractive and in the know, and someone who doesn't fawn over them just because of their beauty. That's one of your biggest mistakes. So hit the button below right now to learn the other mistakes and what to do, and you'll get immediate access to the entire Dating Younger Women program. You'll get the Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating an Irresistible Profile Online. You'll get my private collection of online dating sample profiles that actually work. Again, this is worth probably 10 times your investment in the whole program. Just this one program, just this one bonus. I'll give you how to cut through small talk, which is how to get sexual with her without ever getting creepy. And I'll give you the 10 biggest mistakes men make with younger women. If you make these mistakes, you're dirt, you're finished, you're over. These bonuses, together, worth over $220 on their own, are free to you included in the already crazy low price you see below this video. And now I'm going to tell you something that's going to make this all a no-brainer for you. Listen closely, because I know you're going to like this. So, older women hate it when I bring this up, but medical longevity and anti-aging researchers have proven scientifically and conclusively that young women not only bring passion, pleasure, and excitement into your life, but have the power to physically rejuvenate your body at the same time. Now, yes, of course, younger women make you feel young and optimistic and happy to be alive again. But scientifically speaking, and I have spoken personally with the doctor who heads over 110 longevity clinics around the world about this, he said that the touch and presence of young women on your body literally boosts your testosterone output, your happy hormones of human growth hormone and IGF-1. Having a younger woman on your body around you reduces cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and it even reduces blood pressure, and it fires up your immune system several notches. You literally get healthier. You literally get younger and more vital. Now, think about it. It makes sense, doesn't it? Your body doesn't listen to talk shows like The View telling you to date women your old age or older. Biologically, your body is automatically tuned to the sexy young thing passing like a spring breeze or kissing you or caressing your chest. Your body is preparing to procreate and literally rejuvenating itself, healthifying itself, strengthening itself to fertilize a young female, just like your 17-year-old self is programmed to do. Let that sink in. Think about it for a second. Not only does dating younger women feel great, it physiologically makes your body younger, stronger, and more vital, and it adds more years to your life. Talk about a bonus. Now, keep that in mind when we do an important exercise. I want you to think back to when you were in your 20s and try to remember who you were at that time. Picture what you were like, how you talked, how you acted. Got it? You may think that was your heyday when you were young and strong and confident. Now, when I do that, I remember being totally clueless with women. I was awkward. I knew so little about life. All I had was my college learning and my bravado. In my early 20s, I thought you had to chase women and show off to get the girl. Man, I had it all wrong. Dead backwards. Now, if you've even got a vaguely similar picture of who you were back then, let me tell you this, and it's great news for you. That clueless guy is now your competition. Those naive, immature guys are the types of guys she is being forced to choose from. Guys who are working around the clock just to impress their bosses. Guys who take her to Denny's and Olive Garden because that's all they know. Guys who are wrapped up in trying to prove themselves as men because they're still half boys. Is it any wonder she's desperate for a smarter, more worldly, more experienced man to swoop in and lead her into bodice-ripping romantic adventure? This is the #1 message I get from women in their 20s and early 30s. They are tired of dating guys their own age. They want a guy with more experience, who's more grounded, a man, as they say, who can teach me something. There's ridiculous opportunity out there for you if you don't screw it up and instead do it right. And until now, you may not have even thought you had a chance of competing, much less winning. And winning decisively by having as many young girlfriends as you want. But now you know, not only that it can be done, but that you can do it. And that you can do it on your terms. So hit the button below before the presentation ends to get my Date Younger Women program. Plus all those special bonuses right now. And I'm going to give you one more really valuable cheat sheet. And this one's going to help you every single time you talk to a younger woman so that you remain in the power position. And this kind of cheat sheet program is called 21 Confident Conversation Tactics. In it, you'll find out how to always speak as the king of your personal world so that she feels that no matter who you are and what you do for a living or how much you make doesn't matter. You are unmistakably a confident, magnetic, masculine man. You'll also learn how to communicate you're a scarce and valuable item and how to quietly boost her desire for you at the same time. You'll also learn how to come across as a supremely confident and alluring man by eliminating these specific words from your conversation forever. If you use these words, she will turn off in a second and take you for a weak, out-of-touch guy and a wimp. You'll learn how to avoid her yes-no questions and instead masterfully steer the conversation into deeper, more intimate territory, which is what younger women secretly dream of. Hint, They've all read 50 Shades of Grey, and they all want to be discovered by you. And you'll learn how to use what I call the sexy sandwich technique to show you find her really attractive without making her or you feel awkward. That's another $47 in value. I'm giving it to you for free. It's included in the incredibly low investment in yourself that you see below. Plus, if you click on the order button now, before the video ends, you'll also get this is really my ultimate bonus. I'll give you 1 month's free access to my very exclusive private online training inner circle. I call it Boldness 360 because it's your boldness in speech, your boldness in action, your social boldness, your sexual boldness that crank up a woman's turn on to you to mind-blowing new levels. When I give you access to this private members area, you're going to find out how to deepen the connection with your woman so she's not just attracted and content to be with you, but she will be completely inspired by you, consumed by you, proud of you. Unlike other guys, you'll never have to worry about how to keep her once you've got her. And how long you keep her? It'll be totally up to you and in your control. I'll show you how to lead her deeper into sexual release and surrender, deeper than she's ever experienced before. And I'll show you how to handle every dating situation you might face so that you come out like a king with her. You'll receive underground interviews each month from well-known experts, international executive dating coaches, and under-the-radar gurus that you've just got to hear. Plus, I will answer your specific questions and challenges in our question and answer service, also free, also included. That's really my favorite part of this because it helps me understand you. It helps me to help you with whatever's holding you back in this area of your life. So you steadily just get better and better, more confident and more successful with younger women until you decide to get off this merry-go-round. Again, if you ever decide to get off this merry-go-round of younger women. And I'm adding more bonuses today if you decide to try out, again, risk-free, Boldness 360, my monthly training circle. First, I'll give you my online dating response toolkit. So you not only have the best profile online, but you'll also have at your fingertips templates for the most successful first emails to send. This, by the way, has been my most requested program. Also, I decided to give you my Attract, Connect, Inspire Foundations course to help you effortlessly attract, connect, and inspire the highest quality young women in the world. Think of this as your quick start guide to electrifying younger women with the first things that come out of your mouth when you meet. But more than that, how to create an instant and unbreakable sense of rapport with her within minutes, and then how to inject that all-essential sense of inspiration and admiration she will have for you. You can do it simply, deftly, and authentically, and it's in my Attract, Connect, Inspire Foundations program. I'll give it to you for free for trying out the monthly Inner Circle. Third, and you're going to thank me for this one, drawing from many of the leading tantric sex authors in the world who I sought out for my own mastery when I became single, my Tantric 101 report. I'm going to give it to you. It'll shock and delight you when you find out how to deepen your connection with her during all the sensual moments of life, from simple touch to sexy meals and, yes, right into the bedroom. Those are my gifts for you today. You get all of them, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of life-changing information that you cannot get anywhere else. All of that totally free for 30 days when you simply hit the button below. And if you don't want the ongoing Boldness 360 Inner Circle training, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's there for you if you want it. On the next page, now, just click on the checkbox to remove yourself from the free trial from your order. But if you do want to join the thousands of other guys already using my systems successfully and my trainings to attract and date sexy young women to be getting better and better at this every single week and month, here's what's going to happen next. When you click the button below, you'll get taken to ClickBank's 100% secure checkout page. It looks like this. Remember, your purchase is 100% guaranteed by our ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. Then, you'll get instant access to the private members area where you can download all of the materials right away. That's all there is to it. Then you're in business. Look, you've reached an important moment in your life, kind of a peak of knowledge and experience. And from this moment forward, you can either give up and slowly slide down into sadness and obscurity and settling like most guys, or you can follow this path to astounding pleasures, body-shuddering joys, satisfaction like you've always dreamed of. The first half of your life, probably, has been devoted to work, maybe to raising a family, doing your duties, being responsible at work and to other people. Now it's your time to claim your territory. Focus on your happiness for a change, your own mind-blowing pleasures while you can. So you really have a choice to make now, and it can determine how happy you are for the rest of your life. Choice number one, you can choose to settle for women who make you want to escape before the appetizers even get there and just be alone because watching reruns of some crappy TV show would be more fun than that kind of date. Yeah, you can try to forget about all the beautiful, yearning young things out there, shaking it up, squealing in delight, craving your affection. You can do that. It's not a sin. In fact, most men our age give up on life like this. Or you can pursue younger women in the wrong, creepy, old-style ways that are often repulsive to this new generation of eager girls. If you do that, you will make a public fool of yourself, just like those other guys, and you will bring down the ridicule and scorn of the very beautiful young women who otherwise would follow you like little puppies if you did this the right way, the way I show you. Let me be clear. Desperately chasing younger women like a boy or a geezer is not the way you will learn with me. You will learn how to magnetize women from a position of strength and the dignity you've earned in your life, not go begging after them. That is not masculine, and it's beneath you. Your third choice, choice number three, you can seize the opportunity right now to discover how to attract, approach, and date younger women with dignity, the right way. In fact, they will see you as exactly the opposite of those other creepy guys. They will see you as a relief, as exciting. I'll show you exactly why women desire older men just like you and how to flip her switch so she tosses aside those annoying other guys her own age and focuses on you and you alone for as long as you want. It's that simple. Just click the button below to get instant access to the Dating Younger Women program. You'll have it on your computer in 5 minutes. You'll get not only the Dating Younger Women program, but remember, the Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating an Irresistible Online Profile. You'll get my proven private collection of online dating sample profiles. You can just quickly tweak them and adapt them to your tastes, so you don't have to think or work. I'll give you my program on how to cut through small talk, how to get sexual without getting creepy. I will also give you, and again, this one is worth the entire investment, the 10 biggest mistakes men make with younger women. It's a special report specifically on that, and you'll get Tantric 101. It's your introduction to a whole new kind of sexual pleasure. You'll also get my revised and updated online dating response toolkit if you decide to try out Boldness 360. And this shows you exactly how to write women online and respond to them to raise that heat of attraction. You'll get a 1-month taste of my Boldness 360 training Inner Circle if you want it. And you'll get my 21 Confident Conversation Tactics special report. All of it for free when you invest in dating younger women. This video is now coming to a close, and this video's end is your life's new beginning. You know your life experience has made you wiser and smarter, better than chaotic, desperate young guys. Younger women intuitively realize this. They know it. They're out there waiting for a man like you to approach them and say the right things to turn them on. Tonight is the night, and this is your big moment. What are you going to do? Download Date Younger Women now. It'll be in your inbox, like I said, in 5 minutes. And you can now, finally, start living the life you've been dreaming of. The door is now open to you. All you have to do is walk through it. Thank you. Are you still there? Sometimes people stay here. So I'm here for you. Now, maybe you have a question or two. Give me a minute and let's run through some of the most often questions I get about the Dating Younger Women program. Here we go. The first question, do your methods have to do with being a pickup artist? I get that one a lot. The answer is absolutely not. Unequivocally, this course is not about tricking women. It's not about hypnotizing them, manipulating them, or anything else women find offensive. It's about positioning yourself as someone that younger women find naturally irresistible. Pickup tricks are about faking higher social status. By contrast, I will show you exactly how to communicate your actual earned social status, whatever it is, simply by the virtue of you having even a little bit more experience than she has. The next question I get, let's see, what if I've never had any luck with women before? Well, listen, whatever's happened in the past, it's the past. This is your new beginning. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to train you. I'm going to teach you how to leverage everything about yourself, the man you already are, how to leverage and communicate that so women will appreciate you as the man you are. Now, it could be your sense of humor. It could be your sense of adventure. It could be your expertise in your work life or how you relate to specific people. Any of those things, you don't know how to communicate them in a way to turn on younger women, but they're looking for that. They're looking to admire you. I guarantee you, whoever you are, you have qualities, characteristics, and attributes that younger women will find absolutely attractive if you know how to communicate them. That's what I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you how to do that, by the way, both online and offline, in conversation, anywhere you go, so that she not only is attracted to you, but that she admires you. She looks up to you. That's the secret of dating across the decades. And the things she'll admire you for, they're not what you expect. They're not the big car. They're not the full head of hair. They're not the rolls of money. Women admire men by their character. You have character qualities that I'm going to show you how to bring out and how to communicate and turn women on. Believe me, I started from zero. I thought after my divorce, no woman would ever want to date me. I thought I was ugly. I thought I had lost my family. I thought I was a social failure. I thought I was washed up. And if anybody can go from zero to where I am now, then you can. Okay, let's see. Sometimes people ask, I don't know why they ask this, will I have to wait for you to ship the course to me? And the answer is not at all. Just click the button below and you'll have instant access. As I said, it'll be in your computer in 5 minutes. You can start reading. You can start putting this stuff to work tonight. You're minutes away from finding out how to exactly attract, approach, date, and enjoy younger women. And you can take those templates, you can take those sample profiles that work, tweak them a little bit, and be meeting women tonight online. So what happens if the program doesn't work for you? Some people ask that, and the answer is simple. Regardless of the reason, I can guarantee you'll get a refund. No questions asked. How can I be so certain? Well, first of all, I've had so few refunds because the value of this program is astonishing. It's very comprehensive, and as I said, it's tested. You got to stick with it. You've got to improve. You will succeed with younger women. However, if within 60 days you feel like you didn't get value, if you really feel you didn't get value from this program, just write to me. You'll get your money back. And ClickBank, who's our payment processor, is responsible for the refunds, not me. They're in control. They're automated. They have a 100% track record for reliability. I like working with them because it takes all the personal element out. I want you to succeed. And I have nothing to gain if people invest in my programs and don't feel like they got value. It doesn't make me feel good. It's not good for me. It's not good for you. So the way it's set up right now, you have absolutely nothing to lose to invest in your life and change it, and you've got everything to gain. The thing is, I'm really confident that you'll find the information in this program on all the levels: online dating, how to handle a first date, physical escalation in a beautiful, warm, sexy way that isn't creepy, how to be confident and have sexy conversation skills, how to touch a woman, your body language, how to dress youthfully but not young. There's a huge difference. I'll show you that. How to inspire admiration for the man you've become with specific trigger words and specific trigger topics, and how to stand out from all the other men quickly and unmistakably. That this program is so informative, well thought out, smart, and most of all effective, you'll be more than happy. I have piled on more information here than you might be able to ever use, probably more than you've ever imagined, so that you have everything at every step of the way for you to succeed with women, from your inner mindset to communicating with them for the first time, to creating rapport, to inspiring their admiration, to sexually leading them into the adventures that they want, maybe even into a relationship. Who knows? Maybe into marriage. It's happened. So go ahead. Give the Dating Younger Women program a shot. Put it to the test. Click the button now. Enjoy your new life. Live the life you actually want and stop settling. And enjoy the beautiful young women who appreciate a man like you, especially now that you're going to be communicating yourself in the way that turns them on. Thanks again, guys. This is Adam. I'll see you in the monthly Boldness 360 program if you join. Thank you again.